go for Egrim von Horseman or Galrach. If you want like a big, like Egrim von Horseman would probably be the most reliable, because at least him you could have as an infantry character, and he's, you know, he's insanely heavily armored and he can fight and all this other stuff. And then on top of that, you can have oh, I'm going the wrong way. You can have you know, he can upgrade to ride on Baldros the Chaos Dragon. Yeah, and Village is obviously a very big melee combatant as well.
I'll never forget what you did for us.
It's raining. Get on.
Like Echo, I don't really see Echoed Hellbrass honestly making it, to be honest, as far as like a legendary lord is concerned. I could see him maybe showing up as like a heroic character or as an event, but there's so many good Mortal of Tzeentch characters that I think are ahead of him on the list. Like I would maybe put him in the top 5, and I feel like that would be a stretch. But yeah, we'll definitely get the Blue Scribes. I feel like the Blue Scribes are going to be the next prominent demon character we get. I don't think you know, I'm not foreseeing any demons, like, you know, who else is there? The Changeling, which the Changeling leading armies would definitely be not impossible, but I think it would be a weird decision. Where's my damn oh, you know what, I can do this real quick since I'm not in danger. Ah, better. I know there's a smith here in your employ. Gotta find him.
Oh, they keep an eye on him.
Going the wrong way.
Adventure seeker.
I'm gonna say something radical, but I'm really not that interested in Egrim. I know he's more popular. He just seems like a generic sorcerer lord on a chaos dragon. Bro, what? Egrim von Horseman is like the most important Mortal of Tzeentch character in the setting. Like, just because he's the head of all the most prominent cults. Like, he is the cultist character.
Who's this?
And also, like, he's a very good melee fighter. He's not just your typical sorcerer lord.
Respect, Witcher. I'm super nice. Ow!
I don't know where I'm going.
To battle, shoulder to shoulder.
Is it, maybe it's out here to the side? Where the hell is it? I know it's an outside area.
Brand those swords, but I prefer me trusty axe.
Okay, forget it. I can't be bothered. I'll just go to a different place. Should Egrim have a mixed Lore of Light and Lore of Tzeentch? Yeah, I mean, I don't see why not. That could be fun and unique. Take me to the city. Yeah, he could definitely have a mix of light and Tzeentch. You know, obviously you want to try and keep things fresh where you can. Are there no merchants around here? Where the hell are all the merchants? This place seems abandoned. Okay, there's an inn here. Not really what I need, though. I need a regular merchant. How far are we out for the next Total War 3 DLC month-wise? We have a command for that. I forget what it is. But we're still like probably a good 3-ish months away.
Heard Sarah's dropped in for a visit.
Yeah, we're probably around 3 months away. Is there just literally no merchants anywhere now that I'm actually looking for them?
Yeah, I'm not one to pull.
All right, fuck it. I'll go somewhere where I know I can find one. Oops.
His long search for Ciri led Geralt to conclude that Uma, the ugliest
Like,
man
it
alive,
could be
the victim of a
February,
curse,
but it's
was the key
probably
to
March.
finding the young woman.
Breaks Kid, how do I feel about Raka Gorax? Any other cool Savage Orc lords? Ah, man, Savage Orcs are like... Okay, I'm gonna amend my statement slightly. Non-shaman Savage Orc lords are painfully rare. Hey, Clancy Dubs, thanks so much for gifting a sub to Ame. Really appreciate that. Oh, this merchant's poor. How delightful. No, I don't want to play Gwent. Oh, God damn it.
Wouldn't mind a few rounds.
Real quick. Get all these out. Alex Loeb, good to see you, by the way. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a great day. A lore fact on Egrim von Horseman. Oh, hold on. I'm gonna answer Breaks Kids thing, and then I'll do a lore fact on Von Horseman. So yeah, there are a lot of really cool Savage. How do I say this? Savage Orcs are awesome. I absolutely adore them and love them, and I also think they're definitely one of the aspects of the setting that would appeal very heavily to 40k fans that 40k fans don't necessarily know that much about, because they actually use the aspect of orcs that 40k fans tend to be very fond of, which is the whole they use the power of belief as a weapon, which is a pretty unique aspect of their culture compared to other forms of greenskins. But however, the downside, I would say, to them is that unfortunately they very much tend to we don't really get a focus on them that often. Like, it's very, very rare, as much as that sucks, it's quite rare to get a notable Savage Orc character that is not a shaman. Pretty much all of them are shamans. I actually would go so far as to say all of them are shamans, with virtually no exceptions. If it's like a regular Savage Orc lord, you know, like it's just like a powerful character, but there's nothing else to him, then the unfortunate truth is that he probably is not going to be a very big deal. Either that or he's going to die. Like, he's going to get killed very, very quickly, and not necessarily be super relevant to anything that goes beyond that point, which is a shame. I don't like that. All right, now in answer to the lore fact on Egrim von Horseman, there's actually quite a number of really fun things about Egrim. Egrim is by far one of the busiest characters in Warhammer Fantasy that has a ton of really solid supporting lore. Probably one of the most notable bits off the top of my head would be that so Egrim is the most powerful cult leader in Warhammer Fantasy, like bar none. He is the big bad of Warhammer Fantasy when you are dealing with influential cults within the Empire itself. So in the Empire, there are a large number of cults controlled by various factions. But obviously the Tzeentchian cults are the most powerful ones. And leading the Tzeentchian cults, of the Tzeentchian cults, the most powerful one and the largest by far is the Purple Hand. And the Purple Hand is, of course, controlled by Egrim von Horseman at its absolute top. And it's, granted, that's not the only cult he controls, that's just the largest one. But the Purple Hand features very prominently as the major antagonist in the Enemy Within series. If you ever play within that, you're gonna be dealing with them quite a bit. So not only do you have them playing a major showing, but he also heads up a number of other cults. There's one cult that he's in charge of that he focuses on corrupting wizards. So his whole thing is that he has a bunch of hirelings and minions that run around trying to corrupt the wizards of the colleges of magic into falling to chaos, and are constantly kind of being this sneaky little worm in their ears and trying to manipulate them into everything.
So long.
Can you destroy the whole of the Purple Hand cult in the Enemy Within? I don't think you could destroy the whole of it, but you could cripple it to the point where it's no longer a major threat. When you play through the Enemy Within, the Purple Hand is like close to being at the absolute zenith of its power. But one of the strengths of the Purple Hand as a cult is that it's very disorganized. Because by being very disorganized, it has a distinct advantage of it's very difficult to strike out at the cult and do it any permanent damage. Because obviously, being as decentralized as it is, you're basically constantly cutting off heads that keep growing back. If you wanted to properly destroy the Purple Hand, you'd have to go after Egrim. But going after Egrim, which they do actually provide you the materials you need to have Egrim in as the BBEG, or the Big Bad Evil guy for your campaign if you want. If you pick up the Winds of Magic supplement, it gives full rules for Egrim von Horseman, which is awesome. And I think like if you're wanting to do like a very good, straightforward campaign, I could not recommend a bigger bad guy if you want to add an additional villain.
Wouldn't mind.
But for most people, if you just play through the original experience, while you will deal significant damage to the Purple Hand, you know, it will survive you because Egrim will survive you, unless you decide to find a way to get around that and go after him.
So long.
But so there's that. There are some other fun notes where, so Egrim is actually really interesting because a lot of people believe that Egrim von Horseman is brain fart, that he is here. Oh, but I have to be level 26. Just want to check.
Take care now.
Many people believe that, or don't realize that, what's very unique about Egrim von Horseman is a lot of the time when we have chaos corrupted characters, they show up to a like they appear, right? And in a story, and when we initially meet them or we see them and we're following their tales, they are not chaos corrupted. In Egrim's case, though, Egrim von Horseman didn't even join the Colleges of Magic until he was already a Chaos Sorcerer of Tzeentch. Granted, he had not sold his soul to Tzeentch yet, but like he fully understood Chaos Magic, had been going around like capturing demons. There's one particular demon that he had a bit of a relationship with. Though I believe he captures that demon after he had already joined the colleges. But like he literally showed up and applied to the College of Light and like showed off all of his amazing skills. And they were like, oh my god, like this guy's like really skilled at light magic. Like he's really, this man is very, he's, you know, easily ready. and welcomed him in, and he like worked his way up through the cult and ended up becoming the patriarch. Like, he took over the College of Light and was very actively working to corrupt it from the very beginning. Now, granted, when he initially appeared, he was far more interested and focused on revenge. You can actually read, he has a novel, which is just called Von Horseman, that you can read. And Egrim was obsessed with getting revenge on somebody who wronged him.
long.
And man, and the way Egrim get, like, I don't want to spoil who it is, but I will say what happens, which is that what Egrim ends up doing to the person that he ultimately hates and is ultimately going up against is that basically this guy was obsessed with being like a major power in the Empire, like being someone who constantly knew what was going on and had his fingers in all of the pies and everything like that. So what Egrim did to him is he didn't kill him. He didn't want to kill him because he thought that would be too gentle an ending. Instead, what he wanted was to torture the man. So what he did is that he basically cast this very powerful ritual that trapped the man in a bit of a pocket dimension. And within this pocket dimension, the man could not die. He was functionally immortal, and would live forever. But within this pocket dimension, he would be forced to watch like everything that he had made, everything that he had been involved with, everything he had ever tried to do to build his legacy. He would be all he could do is sit there and watch as everything he had ever worked on or tried to be a part of slowly fell apart and decayed and rotted away to nothing with time, just to show how insignificant he was and would always be. And he would be trapped there forever to just watch until time itself unwound and the very fabric of reality broke down to the point that the spell ended, and then he would die. Because that's how much Egrim like absolutely fucking hated this guy. But to be fair, the dude was like a complete bastard. Like it wasn't like he was a nice person. He was a monster in his own right. Are there any fat elves? They would be quite rare, but I would by no means say that it is impossible. The vast majority of elves are slim of build, but I'm sure there have been corpulent elves who have given in to various impulses. Hello? Oh, hello. Oh, bull. Could a Slaneshi elf be fat? Oh yeah, absolutely. A Slaneshi worshiper. No, there have almost assuredly been fat elves. They're just kind of rare. Give me your essence. All right. Here, Roach. Egrim has definitely encountered Kairos before, but they would not be on friendly terms. Just because they're both such big players in the game, like Zinch's game. I do not think they would be overly fond of each other. Hello, Mr. Cyclops. I've got some Ogroid goodness right here for you. Oh, damn it. I love the death physics in this game. They are truly wild. Hard times. What? No, I don't know how I discovered a quest by killing him, but okay. Hold on, I'm gonna go do this first. Got neckers everywhere. Ugh. Has the Empire done autopsies of different races? Oh yeah, they're super into that. There are a lot of academics in the Empire who love taking things apart. There are autopsies, like they've done autopsies on a lot of different things. It'd be nice to get a full book of that. Like if you read a lot of the older books, like the 6th edition Warhammer Fantasy core rulebook, or you check out the what's another, like a lot of the 6th edition books, a lot of them would have like diagrams of various various creatures that have been like taken apart.
Knew you were thick, Brambling, but that thick to waltz into me. What the hell's this?
Man has no shoes.
Of Rivia, a witcher. He's come to kill ye.
What did he do to you, Simon?
Me? To him? 'Twas him who did me wrong. Her son killed me brother. Tricked him, betrayed him. I swore revenge. Hunted him across all the isles. Bugger always got away somehow. So now, that is.
High time we end this strife. Once and for all. No more questions, Geralt. Cut him down!
I don't know. You kind of seem like an asshole, dude.
Out of the question, Simon. I'm no murderer. Not gonna kill him.
Then you'll die at his side.
Smell a coward.
I'm sorry. What was that? What was that, Simon? What were you saying?
Best blade's not worth shite if a weak arm's. For a minute there. For a minute, I thought you'd do it. Thought you'd kill me.
Nah, Simon was always sketchy.
Lucky for you, I have a different notion of honor than you Skelligers. Prefer to thank folk with a bottle of something strong, not murder.
Tell no one what happened here, Witcher. Simon's got a spear-side cousin on Speaker Rock. He learns what you've done here, he'll vow blood revenge. Won't rest till...
Enough. Not another word about pride, feuds, or bonds of kinship. You can kill each other without my help from now on.
If a weak arm's swinging at eight.
I didn't like that guy. Okay, this is right next to us. Let's see. Dandiano, could I please tell you a cool story related to Slaanesh stuff? I got just the thing. You want to hear a Slaanesh myth that very, 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 very few people have ever heard? Because it's contained in a giant-ass book that not a lot of people own, despite the fact it's one of the best books written for Warhammer Fantasy. What is this? More neckers. Hold on. Let me deal with this.
Hang your head from my saddle.
No, I'm not getting a necker head. Neckers they are unworthy of saddle privileges. Why are there so many ogroids around here? Alright. So, Did you know that in Warhammer Fantasy, well, I'm sure you do know this, but most creatures in Warhammer Fantasy appear from our world's myths, right? So there's so many stories and myths about different kinds of creatures that you probably don't realize that exist in Warhammer Fantasy. You know, we've got trolls, we've got dragons and wyverns and monsters of all kinds, shapes and sizes. So we have a lot of creatures that appear from other settings, but not all of them are well known. Some of them are significantly, they're just not talked about as often. So did you know that in Warhammer Fantasy, we actually have succubi and incubi? Most people don't know that we have those. Or if they hear succubi and incubi, they think, oh, well, that's just another name for demonettes, or that's just another name for whatever. But that's not actually true. Succubi and incubi are a very, very, very distinct creatures in the setting. They don't really exist anymore, but there's a reason for that, because they kind of exist as a parable. But they did actually occur, and they're wrapped up with one of the most powerful demon princes of Slaanesh being Samael. Samael is, when you're looking at like the entirety of the world's history, the most powerful demon prince of Slaanesh is Samael, bar none. Obviously, he would eventually be essentially kind of usurped by Azazel, but Azazel didn't come about till 2,500 years ago. So let me tell you the tale of the succubi and the incubi. Here we go. In those days, when the first humans had multiplied, it happened that there were born unto them handsome sons and beautiful daughters. The demons of Slaaneth, known as the Children of Delight, saw these handsome sons and beautiful daughters and desired them. They said to one another, "Come, let us choose lovers for ourselves from amongst the sons and daughters of humanity, for their minds are weak as the Dawis are not, and their souls dim as the Asurs do not. Amongst them we might rule, and in them we may beget us offspring." But Samael, who was then first amongst these demons, said, "This cannot be, for the sons and daughters of men are mortal, while you are immortal. As you are now, no children can you sire nor bear. Let you instead take possession of male and female, and with their bodies around you, you may sire and bear children." With Samael's words in their hearts, 200 from amongst the Children of Delight did take possession of the bodies of men and women, 100 of each. And so it was that this 200 took lovers unto themselves, men and women both. They taught their lovers magic and incantation, the ways of cutting roots and plants, and how to distill liquor and narcotic, both sweet and strong. In women they sired sons, and from men they took the seed of daughters, and pregnancy soon came after. Yet as their offspring swelled from passion to babe, no souls did they possess, for the Children of Delight forbade it of them. Instead, the children themselves entered the growing bodies of their own offspring, becoming themselves the sons and daughters of the mortal realms, while retaining all the immortal might of the ether within. These creatures that were born from the union of demon and flesh were called the incubi and the succubi, male and female evil spirits bound upon to the world of mortals. As great as demons were they, but beauteous as the fairest of humans. The infernal spirits within them could not be withdrawn nor banished into the ether, for they were created from mortal men and women, and their natural dwelling